Hello guys, so today I'm exploring a limestone chamber in the USA, for which I'm traveling to Carlsbad Caverns National Park. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything about visiting the Carlsbad Caverns National Park. Carlsbad Caverns National Park is a United States national park and it is located in the Guadalupe Mountains in New Mexico. And the primary attraction of this park is the Carlsbad Cavern. Getting here was not a task, but what you have to make sure of is the tickets. Although the park is open till 5 p.m, but the last cavern ticket is sold till 2:15 p.m. and you have to enter by 2:30 p.m. There are two choices for you to enter the cavern. One is by hiking from the natural entrance and the other is using the elevator. This of course means you would enter directly into the cavern. You also have a choice to go hiking one way and using the elevator on the other way, or using the elevator on both the ways, or hiking both the ways. However you plan to explore the cavern, just make sure you check the timings on the website. Now for me, I chose to hike while entering and I came up by the elevator. This is also because the hike while entering is downhill and easy. Make sure you're carrying shoes with good grip because there are wet floors inside the cavern. Next thing to carry is a light jacket or a long sleeve shirt because the temperature really falls inside the cavern. Now let's go hiking. This is us walking down the natural entrance towards the cavern. Wow. After crossing the amphitheater, we reached the natural entrance of the cavern and it looks something like this. Wow, we are headed 750 feet down into the cave. The descent into the cave is approximately 1.25 miles, which would take us around an hour to reach the big room from where we would get the elevator back up. Now you must be thinking, what is the big room? The big room is a huge limestone chamber. This room itself has over a mile worth of trails and it is the third largest cave room by volume in North America. Coming back to the entrance, which was humongous and pretty cool as we started to descend in. There are also information boards in different places to read from and know the history behind it. It gradually starts getting darker as you enter the cavern, but there are low lights installed. This is the last bit of natural light into the cave through that huge hole. We are now entering the dark zone since we are going away from the natural light. Look at all these formations. After descending a little more, we started hearing water drips from the formations. This formation is just as its name. I was honestly so fascinated by these formations and how beautiful it was. At some places there were very narrow passages to go downhill, which for once I thought might be claustrophobic, but then it was nothing close to it, as the cavern is pretty huge and there is very much airflow in it. Do you see the formation as Swiss cheese? We continue to descend and we cross New York. We finally reach this board which states the direction of the big room. As written on the board, we still have 1.2 miles to finish the tour. So now we are heading towards the big room and look at it, how actually big it is. And you can see formations everywhere, like wherever your eyes meets, there are only formations. My camera definitely doesn't do justice to the beauty in this room and how humongous this room is with all these formations everywhere. You have to actually be in the cavern to see and feel the grandeur. Wow, I'm so impressed by the big room. I honestly didn't know that there was gonna be so many formations out here because I was already impressed by all the formations that I saw on the way. And this took me completely by surprise. I have to say I was dumbstruck by the beauty around me. Covered stalagmites. These formations surely looked like a fairyland. These are some of my pictures from the big room, and I think the picture highlights the formations more than a video. There's a little bit of water here. You can also see ice in some parts, and it really gets cold once you reach the big room. With that, we exited the cavern through the elevator and headed to the souvenir shop opposite to it. You have lots of purchase options. We then headed to the gift shop and restaurant, but the restaurant was already closed by the time we reached there. I was amazed to see the gift shop had a wide variety of options. The only bats I saw were these metal bats before the natural entrance. This information center provides a lot of information about the cavern, about what lies beneath the cavern, and also about bats. Because of the timing of the cavern, we explored the information center after a hike. You have this 3D map of the cave. You can see all those tiny formations provided with informations. As you can see, there's this huge wall of information about the life in the Chihuahuan Desert, both about plants and animals. This is surely a fun part for the kids. It's a challenge to slide on your belly and squeeze through the tiny passage in this artificial cave. There's also information on how the Guadalupe Mountains rose from an ancient sea. I found all of these really interesting because this was my first time visiting the cavern. I highly recommend you to visit Carlsbad Cavern along with your kids, as it truly is one unique attraction. Let me know in the comment section if this video was of help to you.